The fourth generation Astra is a very important car for Opel. The previous model sold around 500,000 units per year in Europe alone, so the latest version has big shoes to fill. That's why the new Astra is not only bigger than the outgoing model, but it also comes with standard features you'd normally expect on larger, more expensive cars. From its mechatronic suspension to its expert-approved seats, the Astra aims to be a cut above the rest, all of which looks great on paper, so let's see how it fares on the road.
I've always had a love affair for Opel. I don't know if it's a Port Elizabeth thing or the fond memories of my mate's Burgundy 1.6 Monza that went like the clappers, or maybe it's my cousin winning all those Group N championships in the Superboss. The sad thing though, the last couple of years, the General Motors kind of hasn't bothered with the Opel brand. I'm glad to say that that has all changed. This is the brand new Opel Astra. I can't wait to drive it. I predict your love affair with the new Astra is going to happen way before you end up where I am right now in the driver's seat. Visually, it is an absolute cracker. I think design team's done a great job. I love the rear end. I think the detailing on the tail lights, it really does look sporty, and it's a sort of car that you're going to look again. It's they've done a really smart job with it. But the interior design team has also done some special work, because just the feel inside the new Astra is much improved. They're using better materials. There's a more upmarket and plush feel about the Astra. They also had this design team that worked for like 3 years to find out exactly what you want in the new Astra, so everything can be in the right place. Fantastic. I want to ask them what happened then when they designed the handbrake, because the handbrake suffers from a problem that most guys would love to have, and that is being well endowed. It is just way too long. So every time you drop the handbrake, you end up jamming your fingers on the box, which isn't ideal. So the design team did stuff up in that part, but they did come up with a really cool thing in the boot, which is the flexi floor. So you can actually adjust the height of the storage space in the boot. You've got the hidden compartment at the bottom. If you move that out, you can fit up to 370 litres. So that's pretty clever. That's practical. That is going to work. General Motors, you know, there was all the talk about Opel pulling out, and they weren't really supporting the Opel brand with much in terms of options for potential customers. That, I'm happy to tell you, has improved. So with the new Astra, you're going to have 3 motors to choose from, and 4 different options in terms of spec level. So the motors, they've all gone that international trend, going with smaller engines. There's a 1.6 litre normal aspirated, there's a 1.4 litre turbo that we're driving at the moment, and there's also a 1.6 litre turbo. And then in that you get the options of the Essentia, the Sports, which is cool, the Enjoy, and the Enjoy Plus. We're driving in the Enjoy, and true to form with Opel, well spec. It comes with all the bells and whistles. Your steering column is rack and height adjustable, airbags, ABS, EBD, all the things you want. So with the Extra Plus, you get exactly that, just a little bit extra, but it's the stuff that really counts. They've got the Flexi Ride adaptive suspension with the Extra Plus. So you've got standard mode, you can select touring, or you can obviously jam it into sport. And all that does, well, obviously everything changes. Put it into sport mode, and you suddenly don't have as much assistance from the power steering unit, so the wheel feels chunkier in the hand, the throttle's more responsive. So it really gives you that option of having a super luxurious cruising ride, or very sporty. For me, Opel has always managed to design sportiness into the chassis, and you're certainly not going to be disappointed. It's an engaging drive. The engines are super punchy. This 1.4 is actually replacing the old 1.8 litre motor. Same kilowatts, 103 kilowatts, 200 newton meters of torque, plenty. So whether you're high-felt or coastal, you're going to be cruising in absolute style. To wrap it up though, I think what they've done right with this is they've let the German come through. There is a real solid build quality and feel about it. For me, even the gearbox was always vague when you used to drive Opels. You could kind of move it around and throw it into any gear. They've firmed that up. The gearbox is notchy. The car is longer and wider, so you've got all the leg room, you've got all the creature comforts. It is a bigger vehicle, but it's also got that dynamic drive now because it's got the wider tracks. I think they've done a fantastic job. So if you find yourself purchasing the new 1.4, enjoy the turbo. You're going to be enjoying the fact that with a smaller engine, way more fuel efficient. You've also got reduced CO2 emissions, but the best part is the price. It is not astronomical at all. just 236,000 rand. You can be cruising around in this vehicle. I think they've done a great job. You'll enjoy it for sure.